What you got there? A parking ticket? What'd it cost?
$4 pay and display.
All right.
4 pounds.
4 pounds, so I don't know, $5. So 4 pounds, which is probably about $5 US to park here at the Glencoe Visitor Center. We're gonna go in and see what this place has to offer. We're crunched a little bit for time because if you haven't watched our past few videos, we have friends visiting from the United States. So we're moving a little different than normal to get them to see some of the spots they wanna see. So I do believe we will be back to this Glencoe area sometime in the future because there are some really cool hikes here that Curt wants to do. But we're gonna see if there's a small short hike that can be done this morning before we head out, or at least see what's in this visitor center. So let's go, guys.
So this is a topographical map going through the Glencoe area, and we actually drove in through here. So we came past the Devil's Staircase, and then up here past the Three Sisters. And if you can see these 3 points right here, these are the Three Sisters. And so there's a couple hikes up here in the canyons. Now these don't summit, so, and this is, as you can see, a much deeper canyon. But we drove all the way down through here. Right now we're at the visitor center, and well, we camped
There's our camp
somewhere
right
over
there.
here. And so we kind of came back around at the visitor center. Now we're trying to decide which one of these hikes we're going to do. We're probably going to drive back and do one of these, but I think there's some cows here that we're going to see. Hopefully we'll see some Highland cows. Well, we've kind of strolled through the visitor center and we've identified some hikes. I think Ashley's figured out the one that's best for us. And but anyway, this is a historic house out here, and I believe this is made from like the earth from sod or maybe like a peat. And so you can see right there, so it's basically made of soil. And then you can see the thatch roof, and look how the thatch roof is held down with the sticks and the boulders and the rope. And so I believe these types of structures would date back maybe to the 15 to 1800s. And you can see where they just dug up the turf, and it's a turf house. Look at this, see the walls right there, guys? So that's about 3 foot. And it looks like they use some kind of thin branches to weave to make the doors and the walls. And you can see the structure, the roof up there, made with timber. Also smell the smoke, and it's common in these types of structures where they have the fire inside, and so the smoke would kind of collect up top. So you always kind of get a little bit of a smoky smell in here, and it looks like they used kind of a wattle and daub technique maybe on the interior walls. So fascinating little structure. Wow. It's pretty down through there, isn't it, Snow?
Good horns too.
All right, another thing about this place is they do have a couple of the Scotland cows, and they are unfortunately in these little pens, but you can see that guy down there with the big bangs. Hopefully you can see him, and with the horns just kind of hanging out. But he's a pretty cool dude.
If you got the time, I'd like to stay a while. Do you remember what I said last time we met? Would you like to move a little closer now? I'd like to be as close to you as I can get. If I could stop the time, I sure would. In this moment, I really wish I could. Do you feel the same
So we have left the visitor center, driving, I don't know, 10 minutes down the road to a car park that is the trailhead for a hike that Kurt and Ashley were going to do that we had learned about at the visitor center. But the rain has moved in. So we sat here for a little bit. Kurt started whipping up some chili. G does not approve of the rain either. And while the chili is finishing up, I'm left on chili watch duty. And Kurt and Ashley have actually put on their raincoats and their rain shoes, and they're gonna go try and see a little bit of this. I know they won't do the whole hike, but they're gonna go down the trail a little ways. Ashley said she's never gonna be able to come back to Glencoe. Well, she might one day, but she's in Glencoe, she wants to see it. So they geared up. They're going on a little walk. G wanted to go, but he can't because it's raining. And let's show y'all the chili. Now Kurt whipped this up. My only job is stir it. Ooh, look at that, guys. They'll come back to a nice pot of chili. If you guys are wondering where Kat is, Ashley's friend, she is not feeling well, but which is unfortunate. But fortunately, we're traveling in vans, so she's about 3 campers down over there, laying down in the bed. We've given her some crackers and a little bit of Sprite to help settle her stomach, but I think sleep is what she needs. So that's what's going on a rainy day in Glencoe, Scotland. We're making the best of it, guys. Making the best of it.
Unfortunately, the rain has caught up with us before we got on this hike today here at Glencoe, and we were excited. Ash and I were gonna kind of go up through this pass right here. I think it's about a 3-hour round trip, kind of with views on either side. But as you guys can see, it's rainy and misty. Right now it's more misty than anything. There's Ash up there in the blue. But we're gonna go be sports and take a little walk. Snow's gonna stay in the van. All right, guys. We are going for it. The mist has let up a little bit, but the forecast is not good. So we don't have high expectations, but Ash told me she can't stand it. She's got to get out here and get a little mud on her hiking shoes, and I want her to do that too. And you guys already know how much I love the nature, so we're gonna go for it. All right, as you guys would expect, with the rain, there's mud. We're doing a Tough Mudder right here. And actually, she almost buried her galoshes. Oh, she made it through. Woohoo! Ooh, I guess we should also be careful for the slippery rocks, but to be honest with you, the trail's in pretty good shape, but for a couple little fun, muddy, rainy spots. But here's another one up here. But so far we were just having a blast playing in the nature. We just met some lovely people from Canada who are kind of traveling around. They rented a car. Maybe we'll see them on the loop. But they said up here on the left, there's a big herd of deer. So we got to keep going. And right now the rain has stopped for a little bit. So yeah, we're going to keep enjoying this place, at least for a little bit more. Till Ash calls uncle. So back while we were at the visitor center, I did learn a few fact bombs that while it's not raining, I want to go ahead and drop on you guys. But this mountain range through Glencoe right here, to the south where we came through, whatever, millions, billions of years ago, a long time ago, was volcanic. But what she told us is this used to be, back before the separation of the plates, the tectonic plate movements, that this was connected with the Appalachian Mountains. And so I thought that was a little fascinating note about this. But this is turning out to be a beautiful hike. The weather is improving and we're along the river, and Ashley's able to get her some nice little selfies here with her little Glencoe hat she got there at the gift store. Look at this, guys. And as we were driving, we noticed the fall colors, And something that's providing these beautiful reds are these trees with these red berries. And as we're driving through, you may not have known they were berries, but there they are. And we can see the deer on the hill up here. I'm not sure if we're gonna get close enough with this camera to be able to get you some good footage. Fingers crossed, but they are definitely up there and we can see them.
The rain seems to have stopped for a minute. Taking a little tiny baby walk up to the top of this hill just so I can see what's on the other side. Look at that, guys. It's beautiful here.
And as promised, this trail meanders up along the river and it took us a few minutes to get up here. But it is gorgeous, especially with those deer up on the perch. And I gotta say, this fog and this mist adds an element. It's pretty groovy too, huh, Ash?
I'm enjoying it. Adds a layer of mystery.
Mystery and mystique. A little boulder hop. Boop, 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 boop. We were telling you back at the hut, they had the peat, and you can see the layer right there. So you can see the layer of sort of sedimentary rock, and then above that is sort of that peat moss or that organic material that they would use to, well, to make houses. And we saw in Northern Ireland where they core that and dry it and burn it in their fireplaces. There's the deer right there. So he's calling those other ones. So they're listening and deciding what they're gonna do. It looks like there's a baby, and I can't tell, hopefully you guys can see, but it looks like it might have spots on it. It's got its kind of white tail up there, but they're sort of frolicking around out there, and they can hear my voice, so they're all looking this way to see what's going on. But they're across the river and a ways up the hill, so I don't know that we're gonna be able to get any closer. We are getting to our turnaround point. We are not gonna do the whole trail today. The rain has held up really nicely, so we've been pretty fortunate. And there are scattered deer up on the, sort of up on the slopes of these mountains. There's a lot of them up there. And we've been really lucky because it's actually even gotten a little warmer and hasn't been too incredibly windy. And yeah, we just had a really, really nice short walk. So we're gonna turn around right up here on the top of this gnarly hill and go back and get some chili. Oh, brother. Well, first I gotta say it was a great hike. We got back, Snow had the chili warmed up, had a good hot meal that was tasty. Beautiful hike. We got on the road, we had a low tire. I was filling it up and snapped off the valve stem. Now the tire's holding air, so, but I'm not gonna drive very far, so we're frantically looking for a place to get a new valve stem for the van. Ironically, the end where you screw the cap on was plastic and just kind of snapped. But anyway, Snow's found us a couple spots, so we're on the way to try to get the tire fixed. It's not one thing, it's another.
It's all good though. I think we pulled into 2 here in Glencoe, but it's too small. It's not a place that could just take you in on an emergency like that. But we found one at the town we were headed to anyway, which is Fort Williams. So we have 26 minutes. Hopefully the tire handles everything until we get there, right, Curdy?
Yep.
Let's go.
So I just took a closer look at it, and it's definitely like an extension threaded thing,
That's
which
good.
is why it's not leaking. So he doesn't, and he said they probably don't carry those. He's gonna check and see if he has one.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So we're okay.
We can't air up the tire.
Can't air up tire.
Okay.
All right, he changed it out, and he's gonna top the air off, check our pressures, and then we'll be on the way for free.
That's
I'm gonna give him a nice tip
Yeah.
for being a cool dude, and yeah. Good news, the guy had an extension which was all that was broken, changed it out for me, free, checked all our tire pressures, we're all good. I gave him a 10-pound tip and we're good to go. So I was happy that he was able to get it done. He thought he heard a leak, which he did not. It was his hose, because fortunately he said we're too heavy to go on their lift. So that would have been a whole nother saga, but it was averted. And well, we're at the Lidl parking lot where we're gonna stay the night. It's not glamorous, but we do have something big planned tomorrow, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So we'll see you then.
In the morning.
Good morning. We have made it to that special place, and we got up early today. We were on the road a little before 7 to get here because rumors have it that parking gets full super quick. Well, the place doesn't even really open up till 10:30, and there's already a half a dozen cars here, so I think we made the right move. And so we have a beautiful setting back here, and the sun is just coming up, so what a gift. And you know me, I'm going out and doing my scouting mission. May not take you along on the scouting mission, but we'll certainly take you along for this fun little hike up to this cool bridge. And the good news is, Snow can do it, I can do it, and so it'll be fun. All right, I just got back from my scouting mission, and there's already 7 vans here, and actually that van is parked where it's not supposed to be. So there's only, I think, like 2 or 3 more slots where the allowable van camping is. But anyway, we've heard rumors, they're pretty strict about it. But we got our good spot tucked away. We were first here, first 2 here. And so we're good to go.
Did you meet some people?
We did. We met some people. This is Bill and Debbie. And
Hi, guys.
Hi. Yeah.
We're sharing tips, guys. We're sharing
they're
tips.
giving us tips from northern Scotland, the 500 loop, and we're giving them tips on Ireland. So
all right.
Pretty cool.
Thank you.
Perfect. Very nice to meet you guys. All right, guys. We are getting ready for our big adventure this morning. And all I can do to give you a heads up is, if you are a Harry Potter fan, you're going to be beyond excited with where we're about to take you. If you are not a Harry Potter fan, it's still super cool. So we're getting packed up, we're getting ready. We got about a 3/4 of a mile walk to get there and wait for the big reveal. I'm excited. Let's go, guys.
All right, this is where I'm leaving the girls. They're headed up there to that viewpoint, and I'm gonna try to get you guys a little different angle. So they got the primo seat. I'm gonna take the back seat and try to get some good shots.
We haven't even told them. All they know is it's Harry Potter related. This is the famous bridge with the steam train that they take to get to the Harry Potter, whatever it's called, university. So even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, it is epic to watch the steam train come over this thing right here. So let's get to our spots, Kurt. I'll see you afterwards at the van.
This, by the way, is the Glenfinnan viaduct. I got the big lens out here, and you can see kind of in the background all the people over there along the wall. That's sort of the main viewpoint. And if the train comes from my left, I'll kind of get to see it coming around towards them. That would be the signature shot. So if I have a shot right here, it probably will be the train kind of going back around the other way. But again, I wanted to give you guys a good experience for this train. So off to the left, you can see down there we have the van parked in the parking lot, and by the way, it is full right now. And also the Glenfinnan River dumps right in here into this beautiful lock, which I believe dumps out into the sea or the ocean. There is a bit of mist coming in, and we were thinking today was going to be a really beautiful day, and so far it has. But we've learned up here the weather can change really fast, and well, let's just hope it holds off for a little bit more. But the clouds are kind of starting to build. Fortunately, I had a beautiful morning walking around this place as the sun was coming up, and we still have some absolutely stunning views, as you guys can see. But we are waiting on the train.
All right, guys, we have made it up to our viewing point. Now, Ashley and Kat, they went way farther up the hill. We'll get a few pictures from them to see what their view looked like, but they're up there with the big crowds. I found a cool spot right over here with some new friends back there who are sharing their perch with me, and they have a cool little dog, Ziggy. But this is gonna be our view, and all we have told you so far is this is the Harry Potter train. Now, to see this thing, there's a lot of logistics involved. You gotta know what time the train runs, which direction it's going, all sorts of stuff. The parking is chaotic, to say the least, in a van. We actually got here at 7:30 this morning to make sure we had a spot. I think it might be a little easier if you're coming in a car. But then you make the walk up, which only took about 15 minutes. Not too hard, flat till the end. And now we sit and we wait. And I think at 10:45, right over there, we start to watch for the steam. But apparently you'll know by seeing the steam, and then all the Harry Potter fans are gonna go a little berserk because the train's gonna go by, and it's gonna be epic. And I'm super stoked, even though I'm just like a little tiny baby Harry Potter fan. But this is definitely a famous spot. So now we sit with Ziggy and our friends, who I did not get their names.
Chris.
Kate or Kate? H. All right, our new friends over there, and we're gonna wait on this train, guys. And Kurt, I'm sure he's told you, he's through those trees somewhere way off in a distance to get another viewpoint, a different angle. We'll see how he does. We'll meet him back at the van. Now we wait. All right, we've all been waiting patiently, even Ziggy. It is 10:45, and everyone's ready for the train. I don't know if he knows that's what he's waiting on, but he's being a good boy. And I don't think he knew he was going to be a YouTube person today. It's getting closer, guys. The trickle of people has stopped. Now everybody's just waiting. All right, guys, that's it. If you are a big Harry Potter fan, then that was cool. If you're a medium or small Harry Potter fan, it was good. If you don't like Harry Potter, don't come, just watch the video. Am I right, guys? Did I get that about right? All right.
It really is a stunning area. For me, there's so much more to this than the train, although that is super cool, the steam train coming through there. You can see the valley up that way, and of course the valley down to the lochs and these kind of knobbly mountains up here that seem to be signature to Scotland. And but it was a beautiful morning. Always love just a little hike, getting out in the nature. We're gonna head back down, and well, we're gonna get on the road, guys. Next stop.
Wave bye to our new friends, guys. They may hit South America one day, and we'll give them advice. They were very kind to let me sit with them. Bye, guys. We're gonna start the walk back to the van, meet up with everybody. But I wanna show you all the people that are leaving here. It is a lot of them. They just keep coming from farther up the hill. I forgot to tell you, Ziggy, my new little dog friend, does not like hats. So he went to barking at me like crazy when I first got up there. So when we were sitting up there, we had to de-hat. And now that we've left, we had to put it back on. It was hilarious. The instant I took the hat off, he chilled. All right, we're headed back. We have all met back up at the vans. We have left the chaotic Harry Potter train, which is called Glenfinnan, parking lot. We are pulling into a gas station, and as we are looking at, what's it called, Ben what?
Ben Nevis. It's the tallest peak in all of Scotland. And off the top of my head, I don't know how tall it is.
Maybe we put it on the screen.
Well, yeah.
We'll put it on the screen. The tallest peak, you can do hikes up it. There's all kinds of places to do trails through there. We're not doing this go round, but this is where we're gonna wind this video down. We will see you guys in a few days. Should we tell them we're headed to the Island of Skye?
Nah, let them guess.
We better not tell them. Cheers, guys. See you in a few days. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us a lot. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. We'll see you guys in a few days from somewhere out here in the world. Cheers.